Listen. I, like, literally want to kill myself. Okay. So listen. I don't know what I was thinking. Let's just intro this video, right? So, today I'm going to be sitting here in front of you guys and just, you know, I don't want to say it's a rant because I don't think it's a rant. I'm not ranting about anything. I'm not mad. Well, I don't know. I'm only mad at myself. It's about my hair, right? Obviously, you're looking at it right now. It's not yellow. Unfortunately, it's not yellow. It's purple. I don't know how you would describe this color. It's Violet Dreams, I believe, by Arctic Fox. That's what this was. And, I like it. Listen, I love the color. I think it looks great. And I'm not upset about how it turned out, right? It turned out exactly how I expected it to, so I'm not mad about that. I'm upset at myself, and I wish I could fucking turn back time to a few days ago when my hair was fucking yellow. It was insanely faded yellow, but it was still yellow. And then my dumbass decided, I'm a hairdresser, like, listen, I know what I'm doing. I'm a hairdresser, I'm licensed, and I'm gonna do this. Max, like, what was your dumbass thinking, right? So, I'm just doing my makeup right now because it gives something to watch. But, like, it's just, I let my mind go off when I'm doing my makeup. But, so, let's go back. It's so hard to even explain why I did what I did because, like, literally it's so fucking stupid. I feel like I've been going through, like, so much lately, and, like, I can't fucking, like, I keep fucking shit up for myself, and it's all my fault. Like, I literally, like, it's nobody's fault but my own. I did this all on my own, everything that's going wrong, and I don't know what I'm even, like, fucking talking about. So, like, obviously I cut my hair, right? Man, I used to have beautiful hair. Hair down to my waist. It was so gorgeous. Yellow, bright, amazing, fabulous. I chopped it all off, and listen, Greg did an amazing job with the cut. It looks great. I'm so happy with it. But, why did I do what I've done? Why do I fuck shit up for myself? I don't know. I've been a mess. I was happy a few months ago. I would say, you know, what is this? What month is it? When is it? September 12th. Listen, I was happy most of the summer. Let's just get real with y'all. Like, let's get real. Let's do this full update video, right? Okay, I think I talked about it in a video. I don't know. I'm so fucking behind on editing videos. Like, I talked about it in a video, but I don't think I actually uploaded that video yet. So I don't know. But, let's take it back. Let's go back to, I was in cosmetology school, right? Was loving life. I was so happy. I had friends in the school. Like, I was loving life. Everything was going well. I was passionate about the industry. I was passionate, like I was just having fun doing hair, and it was enjoyable, and everything about life was just going fucking great. And I graduate school, I get into my dream salon. Well, not my dream salon. It was my dream salon. My dream salon would be not another salon in the UK. I love that place. Well, just, you know, from how it looks, and obviously, you know, how it looks doesn't matter. So I got a job at what I thought was my dream salon. It was the salon I was getting my hair done at here. And I'm not going to say the name of the salon, but fuck, y'all could go back in my old posts, go back to the video where I talk about, you know, dyeing my hair yellow, and figure it out if you actually care. But I get a job there. I'm so fucking happy because, like, oh my god, it's my dream salon, everything's going great. I was so excited to start, and then I start, and this is like where everything goes wrong. Well, everything goes wrong and everything goes right for a little bit. And like, it was just a weird feeling because I felt happy for a little bit, which I'll explain why I felt happy for a little bit, but I was so sad. So, like, so sad at the same time. So I start my job there, and you know, for the most part, I was enjoying it when I started there. And I want to say, in terms of a timeline, I graduated in June, and I got the job like the week after I graduated. So like middle of June is when I got the job, and I only worked there for a month. Not even a month. Not even a full month. Okay, so why did I stop working there? Yeah, so I was like fine with it at first. I was, you know, I never felt 100% when I was working there, but in the beginning it was okay. But as time went on, like, it just got worse and worse and worse. And then suddenly, you know, I never felt comfortable around pretty much anybody in the salon except for two girls. We'll just call them by the first letter of their name. So G and S. These two women were very lovely, at least to me. Like, generally, they were fine. Like, they seemed very, very helpful. Like, I just felt very happy when I got to help them and everything, but the other people there, H was fine. Like, H seemed to be very helpful, but it just was, it became so catty and people were so mean, and I don't understand why. Obviously, I was new there. Obviously, I had never worked in a salon before, and obviously they knew this. And I didn't understand why I kept being told, like, that it felt like everything I was doing was wrong. I was getting yelled at for little things, and then I was pulled into a room by A, and she basically told me that everybody in the salon, like, this is pretty much what she said, was that everybody in the salon didn't like me and my personality. They didn't like my personality. They felt like it came across like I was so full of myself that I was better than everybody else. And honestly, it's something that I do get a lot from people, is that they say that because I'm shy, because I don't talk to people maybe as much as I would prefer, or more or less, I don't talk to people as much as they would prefer me to be talking to them, I suppose. So she, continues to drag me for a good length of time while I'm sitting in this back room. By the way, A is just another employee there, and it really threw me for a loop, because for the most part, I generally thought I was doing pretty well there. I was keeping busy, and it was hard to keep busy in an environment where, honestly, it wasn't a very busy salon. It's hard to keep busy in a place where I was told by the person who was assisting previously, that just sweep. And when you sweep the whole place, check the laundry and then come up and sweep again. And I'm like, that's such a fucking waste of my time. Everybody here knows if there's nothing fucking going on, then why is it an issue if I've cleaned all the dishes, I've done the laundry's sitting there, I sweeped everywhere, I dusted everything, I went around and asked every single stylist, do you need help? No, you don't need help? Cool. Why is it an issue if I want to sit on my phone for 5 minutes and wait for something to come up? And also, half the time, well, okay, I'm saying that because I was yelled at for posting a selfie on my Instagram, and I was literally on my fucking lunch break. But you don't get a lunch break. That's the thing, is you don't get a lunch break. I was told I had to work when I was eating my lunch, and I was just like, girl, like, I do need to eat. Like, it was just so frustrating, because every day I would come in there, I was bored out of my fucking mind. I was doing everything I needed to do. I was answering the fucking phones. I was doing everything that I fucking could. And I just felt like everything that I was doing, like, everybody was just, like, making it out like it was so fucking wrong or so horrible, and that's not a good environment to be in. It just wasn't a good place to be in. I would literally go into the fucking basement, and people, y'all know, if y'all know me, y'all know I'm, like, generally a very strong person, and I would literally just go into the basement and fucking, like, cry. Basically, then people were, like, coming for me because I was in the basement too long doing laundry, and it was because I was in the fucking basement crying because everybody was assholes to me. Like, I would literally go into the basement and hear people talking shit about me through the floors. Like, so imagine working there, dealing with all of that, and then being pulled into a back room and then being told, that all the other stylists who are working there, they don't like your personality. They don't like who you are, like, as a person. Like, they don't like me as a person. And it's like, okay, like, if you critique my work ethic, like, that's something that I can improve upon. But if you could critique my personality, it's just like, where do you go from there? That was a Wednesday when she pulled me into the, like, back room, and I was just like, fuck it, like, I'm not dealing with this anymore. I'm not, like, I don't need money, I don't, like, not that I have, like, I'm, like, fucking rich, or, like, not that my parents even, am I, like, super washed out? And so finally, like, I talked to everybody. Oh, so I want to say this as well. So all this stuff was going on, and, like, obviously I was sad because of that. Like, I was not happy because of all of the things that were going on in work. However, I was happy because I finally had a boyfriend. And for anybody who knew me, y'all knew that I was just perpetually lonely, perpetually didn't have anyone, and to finally have a boyfriend, but more importantly, to finally have a person that I felt so comfortable around. I felt like I could really 100% truly be myself and not be judged. And I don't know, like, it was just like this amazing feeling, and, like, so, oh my gosh, like, every aspect of that, like, just made me so happy, and every, second that I spent with him, it was just the most enjoyable thing in the fucking world. And like, you know, I have to tell myself, like, it was also, you know, your first love. I just don't know another word to like describe it. It's just like your first person that you like really, really like, and that they really like you back. And so, I don't know, it was amazing, and like I was just so happy. And you know, that was like the glimmer of light at the end of the tunnel. And like, even though all the bad stuff was going on, I could, you know, text him, and you know, or you know, after work was fucking horrible, I could go and hang out with him, and we could go out to eat, or we could just do something, and I would just be happy again. So that was going on. And I don't know how long we were dating, only like a few weeks. Like, here's the thing, is I talked to people for a really long time before we start dating. So like, even though we only dated for like a short period of time, we knew each other for a few months at least. And so I come in, so like I said, like I was pulled into that back room on a Wednesday. You know, after that happened, I literally, like, I wanted to quit then and there, because I wanted to say, well, okay, here's the thing. A, if everybody in the salon, as you're saying right here, doesn't like me as a person, then I can just like leave. Like, I can just leave. If nobody here likes me, like, I don't have to be here, because I'm not changing who I am. Period. I'm not changing who I am because you guys don't like me. So I can leave. I wanted to say that. But as I mentioned before, S was a very, you know, I liked S. I felt like S was very genuine with me and very kind to me. And I knew that she like needed help that day. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna finish off today, and I'm gonna go. And I mean, I pretty much made up my mind on my own, but I went and I, like, you know, obviously texted, you know, the BF. Should I just say his name? Like, I don't know. His name is Jay. We'll go with Jay. We're just gonna go with the letters. And so I texted him, I texted my mom, I texted anybody who mattered to me, and it was just like, I need advice, but also I kind of had made up my mind just because of how unhappy I was. So I do want to say, before that talk happened, I was searching for jobs for a while. Like, before that, like, pretty much the week after I started, I was looking for jobs because I was just unhappy there. I mean, there were other things that I don't even know if I'm, like, allowed to say, but just, like, I don't know. This is, like, my Yelp review, right? And I'll explain why I have to, like, really address that this is just my opinion, and take it with a grain of salt. And, like, this is, like, why I'm not kind of allowed to say the name of the place, even though y'all can all figure it out. But I don't know, like, it was dirty. Like, it was not the type of salon I wanted to work in. And when I was a customer, I obviously never realized these things. But when I started working there, I realized, you know, they don't sanitize most of their, you know, they don't sanitize their brushes, at least. Like, they sanitize their combs by dipping them in, you know, halfway into barbicide, but they don't sanitize things, and they only wash their capes when they're visibly dirty. You know, things like that is just, like, not really cool. I don't know, it just was gross for me. And they obviously weren't liking me, and I wasn't enjoying working there, so I decided that I was going to quit. So I came in the next day, because obviously I wasn't going to quit over text. Of course I wanted to. Duh. But I come in the next day, so this is a Thursday, and I come in, and I'm like, everybody's kind of like just getting themselves together because there was a Moroccan oil class thingy in the morning or something like that. And I was invited to it, but I knew I was going to be quitting, right? So, like, I wasn't going to go to this class and, you know, sit through the class and then quit right after, because first of all, that's just shady. That looks like I'm using you guys for like free education and then just dipping. So I was like, I'm not gonna go to the class. And so I came in at the regular time I would have come. Also, I do want to say that they also only told me about the class the day before, and it was after she had given me that talk. And I was just like, I'll see if I can come in. Like, you can't tell me not even 24 hours beforehand about something and expect me to, like, definitely show up. Like, I do have other things that happen in my life. Like, I do have a life. And so, yeah, so I come in, and the first thing that is said to me, the first thing, is she's like, where were you? Why weren't you at the class? And I was like, well, listen, like, I did lie. Like, I didn't really have any other plans going on. It was just because obviously I was like gonna quit, but I was just like, I just had other things that like I had planned before, and you guys only told me like yesterday, so like, and she was like, well,
remember your priorities, Max. Remember your priorities. Remember why you're working here.
And I was just like, why are you being like really like facetious and ominous? Wait, I need to look up what facetious means. So facetious isn't the right word, but just like, why are you being all ominous with these like weird ass like...
Remember why you're here, Max.
It's like, bitch, I'm here because it's a job. That's why I'm here. I'm not here because I'm happy. Anyways, I was just like, that's not cool. And also, no. Another reason why I quit was because I wasn't getting fucking paid shit. Like, let's be real. Getting paid $8 an hour? $8 an hour? $8 an hour. After I just came out of school, that cost me $20,000. $8 an hour to put up with this bullshit. No, I was not staying. But she comes, you know, she says that to me, and I was just like, whatever. Like, seriously? Leave me alone. So I go up to the boss, and I'm like, hey, when you get a second, I need to talk to you. And she was like, all right. So I pull her into the back room. I don't know. I'm the type of person, I'm all about like, let me take, oh shit. I'm like, let me take, you know, charge for myself. Let me like do shit for myself. Like, I wasn't gonna let them, oh, that was another thing. Hold on. That was another thing was, so yeah, so A was just like, she pulled me into the back room, and another thing that she said back there, I'm just like, you know, she was like, oh, you know, if you have to get talked to again, you're gonna be fired, just so you know. And I was just like, oh, so like when she said that, I was like, oh, the boss like obviously told her to tell me this, because I just knew how the boss was, and she like won't tell you you're doing anything wrong. Like, she always has the other employees like not yell at you, but like tell you when you're doing something wrong. She will never tell you, which is annoying in its own right, because I don't know, like if another employee's like, you're doing something wrong, but the boss is like telling me that I'm doing great, then, you know, obviously I think I'm doing fine. I'm like, whatever, I don't care what the other people are saying, like, you're not the ones paying me. And so there was like that issue with that. So I just assumed like, oh, the boss told A to tell me this. So I pull the boss into the back room. This is, you know, Thursday, the day of me quitting. And I'm like, yeah. So obviously I was pulled back here yesterday by A, and just so you know, the boss is M. So I was pulled back here by A, as you probably know, and she was like, hold on, wait, you were, what? She was like, first of all, you should not be getting pulled back here and getting talked to by another employee, which I don't even know, like, what to believe. Like, I almost feel like that's not the truth. Like, I almost feel like I kind of just feel like she was just giving me bullshit to like make herself seem like the victim, but it's just whatever. It's whatever. That's what she said to me, and she was like, you know. And so I just like explained to her, like, I was just like, you know, she told me this, and this, and honestly, at this point, like, I'm feeling very uncomfortable working here. I don't feel like anybody, obviously from that talk, I don't feel like anybody wants me to be working here. I don't really I just don't want to be here anymore. And, you know, I've obviously loved working for you, and I think that, you know, you've helped me a lot. All the, like, stuff, but I feel like it's not working out. The first thing that the boss said to me was, she was like, you know, this is something that A kind of always goes through with new people working here, and, you know, I can talk to her and try to fix it. And I was like, no, that's not going to happen, because now it's going to make it, oh, my skin is looking better than usual. And I was like, no, that's not going to happen, because, oh, I fucked that up, because it's going to make everything so much more awkward, right? Like, okay, so now A just knows that I blabbed to the boss about what she did. Like, no, that's not happening. And I do feel like there was some truth in what A was saying, in that obviously everybody there did not like who I was as a person. Like, why would she just say that? I don't see why she would lie about that. So, I was just like, I don't feel comfortable working here. And she was like, you know, we can try to resolve it. And I was like, no, basically. I was just like, no. Like, I don't want it resolved. I don't want to stay here. I want to go. And she's like, all right. And she was like, oh, like, if you could stay today, because today's, like, one of our busiest days. Like, it was, like, kind of like their busiest day that they had since I started working there. And I was just like, ooh, like, okay. So one of the reasons also, like, why I decided to quit that day was because, you know, it sounds so frivolous, but my boyfriend, like, had invited me to a Pirates game, and I wanted to go. I wanted to go to the Pirates game with him, and I had checked the schedule the day before and saw how busy it was, and I was like, I'm not going to be able to tell them, hey, I need to leave early, because literally when I would have to have left is when like, every single person had a client coming in. So, or, like, every single person was, like, double booked at that time. So, like, I knew I couldn't ask to leave then. And so I was just like, sorry. So yeah, so she asked me if I could stay, and, you know, I made it, well, it's not that I made up an excuse, because I also felt like after me quitting, it was going to feel awkward the whole time. So I was just like, you know, I feel like now, after this, it's just like, I really just, like, I just want to go. Like, and I kept just kind of emphasizing how I felt uncomfortable working there at that point. Because you can't argue with somebody, like, feeling like that, you know? So I just left, and that was that. I was just so happy because I was out of there. I was so glad. I went home. Then me and Jay went to the Pirates game later with his coworkers, and it was just, like, a really good time. And when I quit, I was just happy again. I was so happy. It was a weight had lifted off my shoulders. I was so happy. Summer goes on, me and, you know, Jay, the BF, everything was going great, you know? I met his family, I met everybody, and I know I look crazy right now. It was just going good. I was so happy again. Like, oh my gosh, you guys don't even understand how insanely happy I was. Like, for however long that was, like, when I quit to a few weeks ago, I was just, like, the happiest I've been in a really, really, really long time. And then, these bitches, so, listen, let me be 100 with y'all, because that's all I know how to do. That girl that I had on my channel, her name started with an A. Her name was Allie. She was on my channel. She got a job at the salon that I had just quit, like, immediately after I had left. Oh, let me rewind. Hold on. So like, it was literally like, I quit on Thursday, and on Monday I had an interview, right? So on Monday, I go and do this interview at the salon, and I felt like it just, I felt like it went really, really well. So I messaged all my friends from beauty school, and I'm like, guys, it went really well. I feel like it went really well. I was very happy with everything. She seemed to like me. You know, I enjoyed the atmosphere, everything. Like, it just seemed lovely. I was so happy with how everything went. So I messaged, these are my friends. Like, these were my best friends in beauty school, guys. My best friends. And I messaged them, and I'm like, you know, I literally, all I said was, the interview went so good, guys. The interview at wherever went so good, guys. And literally, y'all, when I tell you, these, not to like stir up drama, but to stir up drama, their fucking responses were literally absurd with the shit that they were saying to me. Fucking insane. But first I need to figure out what I'm doing with my eyeshadow. I think we want to go with purple, right? Like, why wouldn't we? We're just going to do purple. No, I want to do green. Do I want to do green? I want to do green. Let's do green. Green is such a fun color. So I text these people who are supposedly, allegedly, my friends, and I tell them that the interview went well. That's literally all I fucking said. I'm not kidding. And the reason I'm saying that is because what followed from them was fucking ridiculous. A few of them went on to say that, you know,
how could you think that you could even ever work there, Max? Like, you have absolutely no work ethic. That's why you quit the other job, is because you don't like to work. That's why you quit the other job, is because you don't like to work. Not because of any other reason other than you don't like to work.
And they just kept going on and on about how I don't like to work, and how that's how I quit, or why I quit, and that, you know, because I was told. And the whole time I'm sitting here thinking, like, why do they think that this is it? Like, y'all weren't working there. And then they go on to say, well, we got it straight from the source. So what that told me was that everybody at the salon was obviously talking about me. Duh. And the reason I say that, and obviously, like, I want to say allegedly because I don't have proof. But I say that because one of the people who was like my ex-friend, she started working there, and like immediately after I left, which isn't that shady? Isn't that shady? Like, if you were considered my friend, you wouldn't do that. So obviously they hired her, and obviously she was talking shit about me, or to them, or they were talking shit about me to her. Either way, obviously, she was getting information that from them that's why I quit, right? Like, obviously that's what they were telling her, obviously. And listen, everybody has their own story, but you can't tell me that's the reason I quit. Like, I know why I quit working there. And I was just like, where is this coming from? Like, where is this coming from? Like, why are you guys telling me this? Like, you guys are, like, supposed to be my friends. Like, so this is, like, where, like, you know, I was pretty happy until this shit started going down, because, like, I don't know, and I'm like, I was fine, but these people, like, were people that I was friends with, that I was close with, that I, like, you know, invited onto my YouTube channel, and for them to do this sort of shit with me, it's, like, not cool. And, of course, my loud ass, if you follow me on social media, you would have seen all of this, because I'm not the type of person to let people just, you know, do this to me. Because the one girl decided to say, like, now, Max, your reputation in Pittsburgh is ruined. Like, nobody wants you, blah, blah, blah. Like, talking about my reputation. I was like, okay, so now you're, like, actually trying to slander me? Like, that's what real slander is, just so you know, girl. Like, obviously, I'm not the type of person that would, like, take somebody to court over that, because, like, I'm not, like, a little bitch. It's just, like, you know, not fucking cool. You know, it shows a lot about these types of people, that's how they react. Oh, but the one bitch just kept coming at me, and I blocked her, but I forgot that she had my number, so she felt the need to then go and text me, and she was talking about, she sent me this long paragraph about how, like, you know, about how I mooched off of my dead father. Oh, so like, I'm just gonna say this casually. A couple months ago, 6 months ago, like my dad died. So she was sitting here trying to say, obviously that was like something that was difficult for me to go through, difficult for me to process, regardless of how close I was with him. It's not an easy thing to go through. She's sitting here trying to say I mooched off of his money, and that's why I quit my job also, because I, got his money. He didn't have any fucking money, bitch. Like, my dad was literally dirt fucking poor. He had no money. You think, oh my god. So that was just gross. Like, that somebody would say that. And so it says so much about them morally. And you know who you are. Yeah, and I'm sure I'll get a text or a message or something from her because she has a big fucking mouth. So good, good to her. We love racists, right? So yeah, so like all that stuff happened, and like obviously that was not fun, like losing all of your friends. Like I literally lost all of my friends. I had like maybe 6 like people who I considered myself close with, and I guess they like, were literally all talking shit about me. So we love that. But sometimes friends don't last. Obviously, you guys know, I know. Listen, this isn't the first time I've dealt with people like, being shitty and whatever. Like, life goes the fuck on. But, I had a boyfriend and life was going good, right? Right? Life was going great.
Or so we thought.
I love this color. I like low-key, I just like this color. And I don't want to add anything else. There was like other drama to that, but like who fucking cares? These people are nobodies. Like I'm not gonna waste my breath worrying about them. I'm just enjoying time with my boyfriend. And then he gets sick, and me and him like aren't able to see each other because he lives like pretty far away. Like he didn't, but then he had to go back to his parents. So like all that stuff happened, and like, we just kind of, well, personally, I wouldn't have ended it. I would have waited to see how it went. But we knew that he was like going to have to go off to college, right? And he was going to be 5 hours away driving, and I don't drive. So I just, it was going to be an issue, and I don't blame him. Like, I wouldn't want him if he was unhappy, like, or if he just felt like he needed that interaction with me. Like, he couldn't commit to the relationship when we're that far away. Like, I understand. Like, I don't want to be in a long-distance relationship either, so I understand that. It's just really hard because, so, like, he sent me this text and just saying, like, oh, like, I feel like we should end it, and it's really been eating me up lately because I feel really lonely. Like, I just feel like I don't really have many people. Like, I have my friends. Like, I have Matt, and I have Mallory, and Makia, and Lonnie, and I have them, but it's not the same thing as having like a partner. You know what I mean? I'm probably gonna start crying, but it's just not the same thing as having a partner. So I just miss that intimate relationship that I had with somebody, and it's just hard because we left on such a good note. You know what I mean? If we had left on a bad note, if we had left on a fight, if we had left on anything, then it would have been a lot easier, I think, for me, because I would have told myself, Max, you don't want to be in a relationship like that. But that's not what happened. We left on literally such a high note. We left on, the last time I saw him, I had met his family, I had met his parents, I had met his sister, and he showed me around his hometown, and it was literally like the most romantic, and also it was like one of the best days ever to me. And then it ended. And it doesn't help that it's a first relationship and a first heartbreak, I guess. And I try not to be emo about it. Like, I really try, and I really tried not to be emo about it. I tried, to look on the bright side and just, like, make jokes about it and be happy. But there's still like the part of me that just really would love to still be with him. And like there's, oh God, you know, there's, it's like every day I wake up, or like if something's going on in my life, I just want to text him, like and then I realize I don't have anybody that I can text and talk about like my emotions, and talk about like if I'm feeling sad, if I'm feeling really happy, if I'm, it's just however I'm feeling. Like I don't, like you have your friends, but like you don't feel like you could talk to them on that like intimate level, you know? So, oh God, yeah. So that's been like really difficult for me. And also like I just, there's part of me that just is telling myself like, Max, like maybe winter break comes around, or maybe next summer break comes around and he has 3 or 4 months off, and like, would it be desperate to text him back and say, hey, like, we left on pretty good terms, like, would you ever maybe want to get back together, or would you just want to like maybe go back out and like start fresh? I like, there's a part of me that wants to just like, and just hopes that that's like a possibility. And then there's the part of me that just wants to tell myself to move on because it's not gonna fucking work. But it's just like you know, you're stuck in this feeling of just like feeling so lonely and feeling like nobody wants you. And it's like, you know, there's so many guys I talk to, but none of them seem to really be interested in me like that. And my, oh God, and my relationship with him, it was the first time I felt like somebody loved me just as much as I loved them, you know? Because I get so obsessive about people. Like, I get crazy sometimes, and like I feel crazy because of it. And it was the first time like I felt like, you know, they were just as excited to see me as I was excited to see them. And now, you know, when they end it with you, you question everything, and you question like, you know, was that even the case? Did they even enjoy really seeing me, or was this something that was building? Was this like, I don't know. It's just hard. It's really hard to figure out. So I've obviously been really sad with that. So, you know, when that happened, I, God, I mean, I could go on and on about like why and how much I liked him and whatever, but when that happened, I just told myself, like, get a fucking job, Max. Like, just get a fucking job, because just fill your time, because I know how I am, and I know how I get. This is how I get when I don't have anything to fucking do, is I get in my feelings, I get in my emotions, and I do stupid, irrational bullshit. Needless to say, I can't find a fucking job. It's just so hard, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And I was told by so many salons that I just didn't fit their image, that I didn't fit the image of what they want their salon to be like. And that, I think, hurt the most, because once again, like, tell me you don't think my work is good enough, and I will work harder to prove to you why I deserve. Oh my God, my nose. I will work harder to prove why you're wrong. But when you tell me something like my image or my personality is not good enough, I don't know what to do, because I don't change myself in that way for others. I won't ever, you know, change the way I look for others. I won't change who I am for others. And I don't think anybody should have to. I think everybody should be able to feel like valid in who they are. And so that's like where I'm at. And the past week has been insanely hard for me, and I don't really know why. I don't know what changed. I guess everybody started school, and I'm not doing anything. And I feel really worthless, honestly. I feel really sad because once again, like, I love Mallory, Micaiah, Lonnie, and Matt, and I know that they always have my back, and I know that they're always my friends, but I miss having that someone that I just really, like, I miss having that someone, like, because I know that, like, with Mallory, Micaiah, and Lonnie, and Matt, it's like, I know you have other friends, so I don't expect to be, like, your number one, you know? But when you have a boyfriend, when you have a significant other, it's like you're their number one, you know? And they're your number one, and there's that mutual, we both, like, are on each other's, like, top of, I don't know, like, what I'm trying to say, but you know what I mean? Like, you're both each other's number one, so you both always, like, have each other to go to, and not having that, and I don't know why it's so hard to not have that, because I didn't have that for fucking 18, 19 years, and I had it for a few months, and suddenly I can't live without it, I guess, but I need that. I think everybody at least wants to feel, like, loved, or wants to feel like, you know, I don't know. Like, why am I doing this to myself? So, like, this week has just been really hard, and I don't know, I've just been really bored, and I didn't know what to do, so I fucked up my hair because of it. I loved the yellow. Like, I love the yellow, and I don't know why the fuck I fucked it up. It's like, obviously I cut my hair, and I cut my hair pretty much after I didn't break up with them, but after I got broken up with, I mean, it was kind of, like, mutual, but, like I said, like, I wouldn't have chosen to do that if it wasn't, but I wasn't gonna say no, like, right? Like, I wasn't gonna be like, no, we're staying together, like, obviously I wasn't gonna do that, but I didn't cut my hair because of that, because I had planned to cut my hair beforehand. But if we rewind to a few days ago, when my hair was still yellow, my hair was still yellow. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Honestly, I don't know what I was thinking. Why did I do what I did? But what I did a few days ago was I tried to tone my hair. My dumbass toned my hair with a 9 PA from Paul Mitchell. Listen, all the hairdressers out there are literally going,
why the fuck did you do that?
Somebody was telling me, like, oh, if you use purple, it'll tone out the yellow. Why did I want to tone out the yellow? I like the yellow.
Where's my fucking paper towels?
I don't know. Like, I don't even know why I did that. I like the yellow. And even if I didn't like the yellow and I wanted to switch the colors, guess what? The other colors I wanted to try was orange or that tennis ball green, which are both colors you can go from yellow easily. You can literally put those on top of yellow. So why did I want to neutralize the yellow? I don't fucking know. I don't know. But I tried to. And what that did was it turned my hair green. I know exactly why I turned my hair green. Listen, I know exactly why. It was a PA. Pearl ash. Or purple ash. Some people say purple ash, but I think, according to Paul Mitchell, it is pearl ash. It was the ash that got me, because ash has, like, a bluish green base. And it turned my hair green. It turned my hair green, y'all. But it looked fine, right? It looked fine. It was salvageable. I'll put a picture. It turned my hair, it was pretty bad at first, and then I did a baking soda thingy and washed it with Dawn dish soap, and it turned out pretty fine looking. It was still a little greenish, but it was still yellow. Like, my mom didn't question, like, if my hair changed at all. So to me, that was a success, right? My dumbass today decides, okay, that turned out pretty good. I'm not seeing any green in my hair, so let's mix some purple hair dye. And I was like, okay, let's mix some purple hair dye, make a purple conditioner, and tone my hair again and see if we can tone out some of this yellow. I was like, I think it's gonna work. I mixed in some purple, and then I mixed in some violet because I was like, that's gonna give some pink, right? And so that'll cancel out the possibility of it turning green. Yeah, it did. My hair did not turn green. However, it was literally so fucking patchy, and I didn't take a picture. Why didn't? Well, I did take a picture, but like I didn't save it for some reason. But it was all purplish, pinkish, and then there was just streaks, and I felt like I coated the entire hair, but obviously that didn't work, and it looked horrible. It looked really bad. Like, at least my hair from yesterday looked decent. I went out in public and I felt fine. This time it looked horrible, and I would literally be ashamed to leave the house, to post a picture of myself, to do anything with that hair. So I said, fuck, alright, this is worse than I expected. If you fuck up your hair and it's all one color, like if my hair's all a murky green color, then I'm like, okay, at least like I can give off that it was purposeful, because it's all one color. You can make it work if it's all one color. If it's patchy and streaky and gross, you can't fake that. So I was just like, fuck it. I'm just gonna dye my hair purple. Why purple? Bitch, if I could even tell you why. It was literally simply because that's the only hair color I owned. So like, technically this isn't purple. I used Violet Dreams by Arctic Fox. And so like, I expected it to be a little bit more pink. But I'm not mad about this color. It's like a nice pinky purple color. I'm glad I didn't use Purple Rain, because if I had used Purple Rain, I think I'd hate it even more. Plus it's way darker. That's the thing, is like, I didn't expect it to turn out this dark. I don't know how I feel about me having this dark of hair. But regardless, we're here. And yeah, like, I generally, no offense to people, well, what do you mean no offense to people who have purple hair? Now you have it. But I just generally, like, I don't like purple hair on anybody. Like, I just think it looks tacky, and I think it looks tacky on me. I don't think I like it. But yeah, purple was probably the last on my list of colors I would have dyed my hair, but it was the only color I had. If I had, the colors I really wanted to do was either like that green color, which I could have fucking done if I had green. I had a green based hair. Or I really wanted to do orange as well. But I just didn't have either of those colors. And I had purple, so I was just like, I'm just gonna do purple. Because I didn't want to wait a week for the hair dye to come in. I didn't want to go to the fucking hair place store where they all know who I am and then laugh at me because my hair looks horrible. And listen, it's not bad. So I just don't feel insecure with this hair because I know it looks fine. I did a good job of covering my hair. I don't think, let me turn around because I can't see the back of my head. I'm pretty sure it looks pretty okay from behind. Do I have like a really deep green color? That's like, I just wish I had a boyfriend. Like, I used to be like the person that was just like, well, fucking suck it up. Like, you don't need a fucking man. But I just, it would really help. But then at the same time, like, I don't want a boyfriend. This is gonna sound so sad, but like, I just want my boyfriend back. Like, I don't want a different one. I want him. He was just the most perfect person ever. I had never met a person that liked the same things as me. Like, we both love nature. We both love all of that things. He was so smart. He was like, y'all. I was so, like, proud to call him my boyfriend. Like, he was the coolest guy I ever knew. He was so cool. Like, I wanted to be just like him. He made me want to be a better person. He made me want to be, like, healthier. But not in, like, a Not in like a way of like, if your boyfriend's like calling you fat and you're like, oh, like he made me want to go on a diet. Like, no, like he was so fucking like the nicest guy ever. Like, he always like made me feel confident in myself. But also like, he just, because he was just such a good person, he made me want to be just like that. And like, I think that that's like, it's like the best thing a boyfriend can do, is make you want to be a better person because of them, but not in like a bad way. If he's watching this right now, which once again I know he's not watching this, but if he's watching this, like, I hope you can give me another chance. I hope you can just, you know, maybe next summer we can just start all over if you don't have another boyfriend by then. I would love it if you guys could tell me in the comments below what you guys think of my hair, what you guys think about, you know, my life. Would you guys like me to be more candid like this with you guys on camera? Because obviously I kind of create this, I guess not this persona, like I'm not fake. I am myself, it's just I do not share everything about my life with you guys. I don't know if you guys want to know more about my life. I don't know if that's something that you even want to hear. I am so glad, honestly guys, I can say that I am so glad that I have Matt back in my life. He's one of the few people who's constantly been with me through a lot. And I can't, like, I'm sure he's not watching this because this is a long video and he's too busy of a human being to have the time. I don't know. Matt means a lot to me. That friendship with him means a lot to me. Because I just think, once again, it's one of those things, like, I just feel like I have a friend, a person in my life that I can really open up with, talk about deep shit, stupid shit. I can be myself around and not feel judged, and like that means a lot, honestly, and that's hard to come by with people. And I think what we just like, we get each other. Yeah, we just really understand who, like, each other, because we've been through so much together, and we just have like a good understanding of one another. Y'all, I really want to say this is the first time I've ever cried on camera. I think it was. I think it was the first time I ever cried on camera. Okay, I just need to do a lip and eyelashes and we're done. Do you think that this setup would be fine? Like, just sitting here? Do you guys prefer the fur backdrop? I just built this vanity here, and it obviously makes more sense to film here because it's where my vanity is. Y'all, I suck at doing lipsticks.
Oh my god, sis, somebody get their man. Like, why can I not do lipstick? Ugh.
Why do I suck so bad? Like, why do I suck so bad? I feel like I matched my eyebrow color to my hair really well. I had to mix this, like, myself with red and blue and pink. Okay, I'm just gonna put on eyelashes. And then we're done. I'm honestly, like, not even mad with the little top knot that I have going on with this look. I hope today is a good eyelash day. Let me take this bun down. Whatever, who cares, guys? It's just the outro, right? So, throw some styling product in my hair. My hair actually feels like soft, guys. It's felt so dry the last couple of days because I've literally been doing so many baking soda washes, and I think they're right when they say that, you know, Arctic Fox has like conditioning agents in it, because my hair feels so fucking soft. It's insane. Alright guys, that is it for the finished look. I would want to say this is like Beastie Boy from Teen Titans inspired. I really like it. I'm actually really, really happy. I should have more breakdowns on camera because obviously it makes for good looks. So yeah guys, I had a good time sitting here and venting with y'all. Let me know if you want to see more. I feel like these eyelashes are too much. Should I change the light behind me? Should it be green? Listen, I love that concept, but I think that is... I'll do it so that I have one light here and one light there. I think that would look better. Like, they have like that chartreusey green though. I love that. Listen, if I could just get it so it like alternated back and forth, would love that. But I think we're just gonna stick to that. Love these light bulbs. But yeah guys, anyways, my name is Maxxy Rainbow. This was getting ready with me as I have a fucking breakdown because I dyed my hair and my life is fucking falling apart and
I have depression.
yeah. Anyways guys, it was so nice sitting here and getting to film. It was just refreshing. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.